How to solder a stereo pancake. This sounds so much better than how to solder a stereo quarter-inch right-angled jack with a low profile. My name is Theo van Rossum. This is about those soldering videos, so strap on your apron. We're going to bake us a pancake. So, let's break some eggs. In this case that translates to let's cut us some cable, strip us some cable. Damage the outside layer of the cable as much as possible without damaging the contents, and wriggle off the end that you want to remove. Wriggle off. Yes, there we go. And then the contents show 2 leads, a piece of rope which you can remove. It's only in the way. It's for some kind of moist absorption or something. Just cut it off ruthlessly. And then you have to strip the next layer, which is the individual lead layer. In this case that can be done by hand. That's 1 and 2, and then you are left with the outside shield which protects the signal along the way, which you just fold back. You don't have to really twist it. It will be better this way later. So then the layer of the leads, the signal leads, just damage again as much as possible, and then rip it off. You can also use a stripper, or tries to use a stripper. Usually there's not enough space unless you have the right one, but I don't. So I'll do it this way. Twist the signal lead copper strands until they are one solid piece. And keep in mind that you have to position them in a certain way after opening the shell. Opening the shell is not so difficult, just unscrew the screws and then look at the contents, which are only 2 soldering pads way too close to the outside, which is metal, so that's easy to short. The only way is upside down, inside out. So you solder the leads from the center to the outside. That way you can later apply a shrink tube. And upside down, because you fold it back over the thing, and then the ground can be clamped between the shell parts. Okay, the soldering. So we add a little solder to the mix. Make the strands as short as possible. I'm going to cut a little bit later, and tin them well so that they can easily melt with the soldering pads. Cut them short. You only need 2 millimeters or something like that. Anything longer makes it hard to maneuver and all. So, cut. Yes. And then soldering the pads. The holes are not to put wire through, just for heat conduction in this case. You just solder over them. And next one, tin. So sometimes it takes a bit longer because it's a relatively large area, so it has to heat up a bit. And this is, yeah, as good as it gets for now. So, and now the accuracy. Here are the soldering pads, here come the leads in place. You see, there's almost nothing to do. They have just to be attached to the pads. I left the green one a little bit too long, I see now, so I will have to do some folding. Stupid. There we go. And then push it back a bit so that it can easily touch, so that you don't have to do weird things with the cable to get it closer to the top. Heat it up, melts, and they pull together. Hold still, and done. So that was the soldering part. Not that much work, was it? When you prepare well. So fold back, yes, and then we close the shell. Come on. Oh no, we don't close the shell yet. We apply the shrink tube first, otherwise we will have a short circuit. So shrink tube. Second one, slide it over. You cannot do this the other way around. It has to be inside out. So now we're gonna close. press it in place, there's two little notches that you can try to find. It's not always easy to do. And then just put in the screw. Oh yes, only one go. You have to really tighten it very well, because the pull restraint is in the closing of the clamp of the shell. There's a little bit of relief on the inside, and that will hold the cable in place. Yeah, well, that's about it. A pancake, not that difficult. It looks difficult in the beginning, but it's easy in the end. Even fun to do. So, this is the end of the video. My name is Theo Verrossen. This was the Bouwdoos. Until the next one.